Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerdwave Plays. Let's jump right into it. We're definitely going to need some ammo before we go back in there. And yeah, we are running pretty dry all around. But lucky for us, I don't want to say this quest is easier than the previous one. Well, you still got to run around the map basically, because there's only like limited spawn points where the claptraps spawn out. So you kind of have to just like, I mean, you could go in, kill as many as you can, go back out, wait for them to respawn, which is probably what we're gonna have to end up doing. But I don't recall if there's any additional quests here. But you know what? Just to be certain, we're gonna run down to Tartarus Station, and we're gonna roll out if there's any additional quests we can do while we're there. And we're out of space. Boom. Made it. It is a Monday evening, and the weather looks like it's going to be a little cooler this week. It's going to pick up a bit for the weekend, but it'll still be a bit cooler than last weekend, thankfully, because summer is starting to wind down, and well, actually this coming weekend is Labor Day weekend, so end of summer. Okay, where was he? I think he's down up the ways here.
Hey, I've got a job for you. Meet.
Well, if it isn't our little band of corporate raiders.
Mr. Blake.
You survived. Good for you.
Interesting. So he's wearing what appears to be a suit and a shirt and tie, but the tie is hanging over his coat.
Phase 1
I guess that's the fashion.
Without a successful Phase 1, there can be no Phase 2 or 3, and Phase 4 would be right out. All of Tartarus Station's bridges are up.
And I gotta talk to Marcus as well.
It's a beautiful day on Pandora. Well, apart from the mechanical Armageddon. A day without slaughter is like a day without sunshine. Those robotic bastards have
Okay, so these should be pretty straightforward.
Jokes on them. Those tires have been flat for years.
Load up on some
Go
cash.
down to the dump and find 6 good-looking tires to spruce the old girl
Let's
up.
see. Oh, another ammo box back here.
Remember me when you get some more threads to burn. A day without slaughter is like a day without sunshine.
Huh, interesting. Looks like an ammo crate, but can't open it. Oh, anywho.
I am Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the
That's our
in your hands.
We'll sell the other junk. You know, we should probably keep this caustic revolver. I'm pretty sure we may need a decent caustic weapon at some point. You know, the Sledge's shotgun. I mean, considering how early in the game I got it, how old it is, that power is just incredible. Nothing else has been able to overtake it yet. And just get rid of all this other stuff here. We have the transfusion, and that's at 58. Oh, this one's a lot nicer. Alright, so let's get rid of the old transfusion. Sweet. Alright, so the combat rifle, I will want shotgun for close range, the sniper we do use, and the SMG as well.
Your grenade should do more than just explode.
Alright.
Customize your grenades with a new mod today.
Oh. We're full up on those, so we definitely want to increase our whoops. Okay, well, guess we did the SMG as well, but combat rifle to 980, yes, we will need that. And the grenades to 8. I guess we missed the upgrade to 7 at some point. That should be good enough for now to get us going. There we go. Alright. So, the Hyperion dump. Sweet! I'm glad I picked this quest up. So now we can knock out both of those. Gotta go to Sanders Gorge to turn the power back on. And then this one, I think this quest we just do around here somewhere. You don't even have to go too far. So, the spa power source quest. Ooh, and go back to the tourist board as well. Pick up some more. Excellent. I just picked up the oh gosh, I can't think right now. The Shudder free trial, or like it's a 1 week free trial through Amazon Prime, and it's like a horror movie. Wouldn't say it's not a separate streaming service, but it's built into the Amazon Prime app, but it's largely that is very shallow water. It is largely, you know, horror film documentaries, and the like. And with a 1 week free trial, can't go wrong. Already been watching a couple films, and so far so good. You know what I had never seen before, but I had only ever watched you know what, no wait, I lied, I haven't even seen the sequel for it. Was Sleepaway Camp. And you know, it's pretty campy. The dialogue can be extremely cheesy, but it was pretty good. It was definitely worth a look. But it doesn't seem like the sequel's on there, though. or at least the second one wasn't on there. So we'll have to find another way to stream the sequel. Or rent it. We could always rent it. But yeah, it's free for 7 days, and then you get, if you keep it, it's $5.99 a month. So I'm still poking around there, so I kind of want to see if it's worth keeping beyond the week. But from first look, it doesn't seem as if there's a huge variety of films on there, which is kind of a bad thing. But for $5.99, you know, it's kind of a niche. It's kind of a niche. What do we call it? Okay, shooting rack in a barrel. Bandits is blocked off. How can you close? Let's fix those turrets and sick them on the bandits. You got it. Yeah, I mean it's a niche genre, so you know it's not like you're gonna get a huge variety. But just from what I saw thus far, I kind of like quickly cycled through and made some mental notes about what I wanted to watch on there, but it doesn't seem that there's like a huge variety. So if I can watch everything I really want to watch in a week, well, no need to keep it and keep paying for the app otherwise. But we'll see. And there's other apps or other add-ons in there for horror films from what I can see. So maybe oh gosh darn it, maybe we can check those out as well. There we go. Made it. Kinda. Oh, not quite. Maybe we'll go to this side and then jump over. Oh yeah, there we go. These catwalks are a little strangely built. Ooh, weapons crate. What do we have today? Junk. Go figure. It's always junk. Let's see. Was it up here or was it below? Turret components. Then we activate the turrets. Yeah. Oh, of course. Or maybe it's down here somewhere and I'm just looking in the wrong spot. Let's see. Aha, success. There's one. I could have sworn there was something up on the top of the catwalks there, but maybe that's a different quest. Oh well. There's number 2. Yeah, work was pretty chill today too. The boss is on vacation for a few days this week, so a little quieter than normal. Just, you know, kind of get done what you gotta do and not too many interruptions. So, pretty good Monday. Pretty good way to start the week. Where's the last piece here? Let's see how Tuesday goes. If what I read is correct, I think Tuesday is considered like the worst day of the work week. Because you got Monday, And even though people kind of loathe Monday because you're back at work, but at least Monday you still have that weekend high. You know, people are coming off that weekend high. They're, you can brag to your coworkers about what you did, or stuff like that. So that kind of makes Monday tolerable, for a poor choice of words. But then when Tuesday comes, nobody cares about Tuesday. Tuesday's just like, okay, nobody likes you Tuesday. Nobody likes you. You know, the only good thing about Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Yeah, and I don't recall where I read it, but I think it was Tuesday was the most stressful day of the week, or yeah, something to that effect. Because you're still really far from the weekend. You know, you're still in the first part of the week, so it's like, every other day has kind of something. It's like Wednesday's hump day, well, assuming you work Monday through Friday. You got hump day on Wednesday, smack in the middle of the week. Thursday is Friday Junior. AKA All Fridays Eve. And generally people tend to be in a pretty decent mood Thursday because people are planning their weekend, and oh, there we are. I went way too far back. Anywho. Yeah, people are starting to plan their weekends, and there's some excitement. Never noticed this before. Sanders Gorge, and the caricature looks like Colonel Sanders. Oh, that is clever. But have you guys been to KFC lately? I mean, maybe I have the nostalgia goggles on, or the rose-colored glasses, but I could have sworn that KFC used to be a lot better. I mean, not like amazing, but just better. Specifically the biscuits. I remember, whenever we had KFC as a kid, and we'd get it fairly often because it was actually the closest. Let's see here. There's the first turrets. We had a KFC within walking distance of our place. The house I grew up in, it was maybe like a 4 or 5 minute walk. So that was kind of a go-to fast food for us, just because it was close by, and you can get the bucket of chicken, and you had the big combos, and in case the parentals didn't feel like cooking that night. Yes, made it. And I just remember really loving the biscuits. Like, they were really, really good. Alright, turrets are back up. Let's go turn this quest in. Yeah, it's not too shabby. It wasn't too shabby. And but everything was just better. That, and they got rid of one of my favorite sides. They got rid of the barbecue baked beans, which was one of the better sides they had. Their new fries are actually pretty decent. Wouldn't say they're amazing, but they're pretty good. But yeah, it's not the same. It just doesn't have that same je ne sais quoi. like the biscuits with a little bit of butter, and I'm like, oh, like it used to be so good, and now they just taste like they're not like buttery and flaky like they used to be. Now they're just like hard and kind of chewier, you know, not a, yeah, I don't know, they just, it's wrong, it just tastes wrong. You know, I mean, once you have, like, you know, really good fried chicken, you compare, obviously KFC is a fast food place, so we can't compare it to a good place, you know, or you know, I guess what is now considered more of an artisan place, or, you know, like a little hole in the wall type spot, you know, where they do, like, you know, Nashville style fried chicken or something similar. You know, those are really, really good. But, you know, it's fast food. It's still fast food. So you kind of have to take that into consideration, that it's not going to compete with certain types. Like, for instance, there's always this kind of a back and forth I hear online between people who like to compare In-N-Out Burger to Five Guys, and I don't think they're the same. You know, the In-N-Out fanboys will say In-N-Out, and the Five Guys fanboys will say Five Guys. But if you try both, you know, I've tried both, and, you know, I did grow up in a place where In-N-Out is readily available everywhere. You know, it's very popular here. There's always a line. I mean, unless you get there right when they open at like 10:30, whatever it is, there's always a line. If you get there at 11 o'clock or later, well, good luck. You're gonna be waiting, and that's a testament to how good it is. However, the problem then lies, like, you know, is it a fair comparison? In-N-Out has a drive-thru. Five Guys does not. Five Guys is, you know, I wouldn't call Five Guys a sit-down restaurant, because it's not. It's still very casual dining, fast food-ish. And it is pricey. It is more expensive. You know, if you get a full combo at, I mean, I don't go to Five Guys too often, but, you know, if you get a full combo, you know, even the small burger with the small fries and the drink, it's going to be like $14-15. You know, In-N-Out is under $10 for a comparable amount of food. So, you know, I think, you know, the dollar per value is obviously on the side of the fast food, but that's kind of what it's designed to be. Well, the claptraps have taken over the bandits.
Nailed it.
Boom. I mean, in my opinion, you know, I think the Five Guys burger is more comparable to, like, you know, a homemade burger, you know, like a backyard barbecue style burger. And they're both good. They're both delicious. It's just, In-N-Out is I think the type of burger that you can have more often, in my opinion. Five Guys, like, I gotta be in the mood for Five Guys.
Direct hit.
Whoa.
I'm hit. Please, just let me die.
And we're live. Great. Boom.
Failure.
Dead. Ah. Nice try, my friends. Nice try.
Failure.
Alright, let's go to the next one. We're going tire shopping. you know, I would kind of compare Five Guys, you know, to be a little closer in terms of I don't know what I would categorize these places at, but you know, it'd be like your typical burger joint, you know, grease pit style. You know, and a lot of those places are really good. You know, every place, I'm sure most cities do have several of these. They're all tucked away. Some are good, some are not. But you know, if you find a good spot, you know, it's just you lose the convenience of a true fast food, which most of those may not have a drive-through. You know, some of them do, but it's kind of that blend of fast food and, you know, fast food, casual dining. You know, and I also, I mean, well, both their menus are pretty simple, you know. There's not a lot going on either. It's, you know, burgers and hot dogs in one place and just burgers at the other. I mean, In-N-Out has that done very well, you know, where you look at most fast food places. And actually, from what I can tell, it seems a lot of them have started to limit the variety of options on the menu, and they may introduce new things, but they seem to be temporary. It's like, oh, you know, oh, Jack in the Box has a new barbecue bacon burger or whatever. Oh, let's go try that. You know, it's just to kind of, it seems just to drum up some business, you know, or to, you know, spark some interest in going. Ah. Curse you. There you have it. So, you know, but at least from what I can tell, you know, they don't seem to have, you know, McDonald's especially, like, you know, the McDonald's menu, like, always seems to be massive compared to most other fast food places, and there's still a good variety, but I just remember there being so much more stuff on there. It's like, how much of that actually sells? You know, do you want to, you know, keep all these things on the menu when they're not profitable? Or maybe make it just like a regional thing. Maybe they sell really good in a certain state or city or part of the country where you can justify keeping it on the menu. But, like, at the national or global level, they just don't sell well. So why have it? Why offer it? You know, stick to what you're good at. You know, that's kind of the genius of their menu is, you know, it's hamburger, cheeseburger, or a double. And yes, there's the secret menu, and, you know, but it's kind of a twist or a play on that basic concept. You know, you get your French fries too, and you get them, you know, sometimes, you know, I don't even want the burger, like, I just want the fries, animal style. Along with a Coke or a lemonade. Their pink lemonade's really good too. And I'm set. I'm a happy camper. Oh, of course. I think when I was younger, I could have put away like the double-double with the animal style fries and a shake, and I was fine. Can't do that anymore. The stomach does not agree. I mean, I didn't even figure out the secret menu until I had friends tell me about it. Like, I had no idea. I had no idea that they would that this menu even existed. You know, like, people would talk about the fries. It's like, I mean, what do you mean like fries? Like, all they have are fries. It's just, and I think they were all the same size too. They're like, no, there's a secret menu. I'm like, what? What do you mean there's a secret menu? That blew my mind. That totally blew my mind. I'm trying to get ammo here. You're in my way. You little shit. And now you're dead. Oh, hell no. Who's shooting at me? least we're alive. Oh, this little shit.
Target hit.
Screw you. Okay, next tire is up in the corner here. Boom.
Always nice to get resupplied.
Oh, talking about food. Like, I just had dinner. Like, I shouldn't be hungry. I'm not hungry, but in and out.
Jinx, I'm failure.
Nailed it.
I'm hit.
Oh,
I'm hit. Just
I
let
switched
me
to the
die.
shotgun right there. Oh well. They're dead. What does it matter? Oh, let's not get stuck here in the crossfire. Not today, friend.
Just let me die. I'm just a failure.
Yeah, it's like that. Kind of going back to the overabundance of a menu choice. You can kind of say there's, you know, I'm sure most people would rather have too much choice than too little choice, but then there's the other problem, which is choice overload. Like, you're staring at that menu and you're like, wow, like, the longer you stand in you stare at the menu, the slower the whole process grows. You know, and you got other customers waiting, and you're trying to make up your mind, staring at this gargantuan menu that doesn't need to be that big. You know, kind of the same problem you see with like streaming services is there's just so much content. What do I want to watch? Ah, the claptraps are over here. Get wrecked, son. Get wrecked. We can get some other components here too. Sweet. Ah, it's kamikazes. Dang, they just keep coming. Wow. Like, even more so than the bandits. I mean, normally the bandits you don't get that many at once, but you know, it makes the components pretty easy to come across. You just gotta find their nests or their spawn points. Okay, no one behind us from what I can tell. So let's push forward.
Nailed it.
Let's get that tire. We're already 14. We're 1/3 of the way through the claptrap components already. Not too shabby. Yeah, sometimes you sit there and you go and you're like, well, what am I going to watch? And, you know, you've got your list, you know, your playlist and whatnot. So you'll probably start there, but sometimes you end up just browsing and browsing. You know, you could sit there, I mean, literally for hours and browse and still not go through everything. There's so much content. So the abundance of choice, also a problem. one more reason I cut down on pretty much almost all of my streaming services. Like, I didn't realize I had so many until I realized I had so many. And, you know, frankly, I'm actually happier just having one streaming service now. You know, there's still TV, you know, if I want to just, you know, watch regular television, that's fine, that's easy. You don't got to worry about you don't got to worry about you know, it's like whatever's on, you know, is whatever's on. I don't use the over the air like the TV I have has this like built-in I wouldn't call it like cable, but it has its own like, I'd say it's like a cable light or cable junior type of deal where it has a bunch of pre-programmed channels, and there's like a whole chunk of movie channels where you browse by, like, you know, there's a channel for action movies, and all they show all day are action films 24/7. There's a channel for comedies and a channel for 80s movies and so on. And then they have channels for like different news stations, you know, popular news stations, and they have stuff where you could even like kind of binge TV shows like Star Trek: The Next Generation, or Dog the Bounty Hunter, or you know, just, you know, random TV shows, and they just play episodes all day. Holy cow, where did this sucker come? Sneaky skags. Sneaky. But not today. Not today. Oh, let's see. Alright. Let's head this way. So yeah, it's not too shabby, and you know, it's free. It's free. So, you know, if I run out of stuff that I want to stream, I can do that, and if not, I have literally hundreds of DVDs and Blu-rays to pick from. So I feel actually a bit happier not having to do that, and then between Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and HBO Max, it's like, you know, what app am I going to use today? You know, and you just kind of end up going back and forth. Like, you could spend so much time just trying to figure stuff out. You know, like, what do you want to watch? That's, you know, those minimalists kind of have a, I think they kind of have a good point on some of these things, where, you know, you kind of want to declutter your life. You know, certain things, you know, everyone, you know, people tend to like to collect things. You know, that's kind of a human thing. You know, some people collect different things. Like, I like movies. I love movies. And I have a decent amount of games, but I wouldn't call myself a game collector. You know, I think, in my opinion, like, a game collector is someone who buys games to collect and play, and normally I just buy the games that I actually want to play. I don't really have a desire or a need to buy a game just to buy it so it sits on my shelf just to say I own it. That's not really my thing. You know, some people like shoes, some people like purses, like humans like collecting things. But, you know, I think maybe the kind of point is to, like, you know, not have or not be overly, or try not to get caught up in that shiny syndrome, you know, the new shiny thing hype or the fad. And it's like, oh, you know, like, I can, you know, I want to get into this, and now I want to get into that, and then you end up kind of collecting a bunch of stuff of different things, and you never really, you get bored, and then you go on to something else. It happens. You know, it's like you kind of want to pick one or two things you really have a interest in, and, you know, invest your time and resources there. If not, you're just all over the place. There's too many hobbies out there, and there's too many things you can get into. And you know, I used to just kind of collect things to collect things, and you know, but I lose interest, and then those things just end up sitting on a shelf collecting dust, and then maybe I could sell some of them later, or maybe I'd give some of them away, but I found it was very short-lived. Alright, Skags. There we go. Because our time is finite. You know, everyone's time on this earth is limited. You know, none of us really know when we're coming, and none of us know when we're going. It's like we're here and we're gone. So do you really want to waste your time doing something you kind of have somewhat of an interest in, or you're not really into? Probably not. There we go. To the northeast. And that'll wrap up the tires. Did we go out? Actually, it's to the left. Up and over, up and over. A little low on the combat rifle rounds, but not too bad. Hopefully we'll have enough. We can... Looks like a gorilla with like a laser? Maybe this is some sort of a cultural reference that I don't understand. Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Gorilla with a gun? Let's see. Oh, the ammo regen's kind of cool. Never run out of ammo. All right. Well, we're hitting about 43 minutes, so I think this is a good place to let's run back and call it a day. Turn this quest in. Next time we'll get the rest of the claptrap components. We're going to be spending a lot of time here. I guarantee you that. I'm going to be watching it's a horror documentary after this. It's called In Search of Darkness. And there's also a sequel now, I believe, so it's pretty long. It's 200. I have it queued up right now. It says 264 minutes. So 4-hour documentary, sign me up. I won't finish it tonight because it's already late, and I gotta be up early for work tomorrow. Oh, this was Marcus, that's right. I was like, wait. Where are we going again? Marcus Munitions. Yeah, so I'll probably knock it out between today and tomorrow. go. I've been doing an 80s binge this week, so I watched, what did I watch? Over the weekend, like, I watched The Fog, which is my absolute favorite horror film of all time. Not because it's scary. Well, it is scary, but it's not, you know, I think someone coming from, you know, if someone from the modern age watched this and they had never seen it before, they would probably conclude it's not terribly scary, but I love the ambiance of the film. It is just,
A day without slaughter is like
the
a day
music,
without
the
sunshine.
the environment, you know, that, yeah, it's just really good. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. You won't be scared. It won't keep you up at night. Probably not, but it's one of those that it kind of gets, well, at least for me, it kind of gets under my skin, and it kind of haunts you a little. Like it's one of those movies that stays with you, and it kind of makes you just feel just a little uneasy. And those are some of the best. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you all for staying tuned to the end. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on a future episode. And looking forward to catching you all in the next one. Later days.